The next week I will not be here, and so we will need to assign a mayor pro tem for that week.
Since Mr. Adams isn't here, I vote we assign him.
Second.
Are we all good with that?
We're all good with
All
that.
right.
Teach him to lead.
He does a good job.
He's done it before. He does a great job.
All right. Is there council business?
I'm thinking through. I don't know of anyone that needs an emergency wedding, so I guess there's no advantage in me becoming mayor pro tem.
I mean,
because that's what you get to do, you know.
Is that right?
Yeah, you can perform weddings.
How many of those have you performed in
I've done 2.
Have you? Okay.
Can you perform your own wedding?
Hey, Bittman asked me that same question. All right. Is there any council business?
I just wanted to acknowledge that great 9/11 event over on campus, and the chief's remarks were so appropriate. Thank you for that.
Nicely
That
done.
was really nicely done, don't you think? Everything. It was. It's kind of, well, sobering to see those images from 9/11, 16 years ago. But it was a great remembrance.
You still
So
never
thank
get
you.
used to them.
You know.
Chief, I got a nice thank you from the resident on the Interstate Drive for your sign you put up. Thank you for doing that so quickly. Appreciate it.
Bless you. Okay. Is there any other items of council business? Not. We'll move on to our staff comments with Jeremy.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, council and staff. Jeremy Valgartson representing the Employee Advisory Council. Keith, you got to come up.
Nice.
Yeah, this is good.
We got a few nominations this month from the police department for Employee of the Month, and Keith was our lucky winner. So Jerry actually wrote this about Keith for Employee of the Month for September. So Lieutenant Keith Millett has been a great example to us all for many years for his hard work and dedication to the Cedar City Police Department. He is a quiet, calm, and reassuring presence when others are in chaos. He's always the first one to pitch in when there is hard work to do and the last to leave after the cleanup is over. He has demonstrated this especially with his recent preparation for the Cedar City Police Department surplus property auction. He has spent many, many days and hours, often involving members of his family, as well to prepare for the auction. He has shown a great attention to detail, and I have no doubt that this auction will be a great success. He's always been a great mentor for young officers and second officers as well. I feel he is deserving of the Employee of the Month for the month of September. So on behalf of the Employee Advisory Committee, I'd like to thank Keith and congratulate him for being the Employee of the Month for September.
Does your
If we run this right, this can be.
Make it work.
I need it to be out of here.
All right. Are there any other staff comments?
Meeting of an hour.
You can't mix church and state.
I don't know.
You can leave now that Terry is.
Good evening, Mayor and staff and council. Darren Adams Police Department. Just a couple of things. Just for your information, Mayor, we have that ballistic steel that has arrived, and we plan on placing that this week.
Perfect.
So that should be in place before next week. And if you've got more questions on that, I can maybe answer that for you later. Also, next week, I think you got an email on the opioid summit that we're doing in conjunction with the U.S. Attorney's Office. There is a video that goes along with that, and I know a couple of you will be out of town, but with your permission, I'll send that link to you, and you can at least watch that. The film is called Chasing the Dragon. It was put together by the FBI and the DEA, and it is raw video and stories and witnesses of just how big this epidemic is nationwide. And so that'll be screened that night, and then there'll be a panel, including myself and Sheriff Gower and a U.S. Attorney from St. George, as well as Southwest Behavioral Health representatives.
This is
The event is planned for a week from tonight.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
And this is both sides of it, the illegal and then the prescription
Right.
drug abuse.
Yeah, I think that's the power of the film, is it will showcase people who got into this for illegal reasons and those for legitimate. And then the addiction became so bad that they had they had a choice, but in their mind, because of the power of the addiction, they turned to crime. And so just a reminder about that. And again, I'll send you that link if you wanted to preview that for those that may be able to, or who won't be able to make it there.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
And one thing with Danny, Danny, you might get to come up here. Remember on Saturday, the 23rd, you're going to probably want to come up here, your downtown cleanup details.
Evening, Mayor, Council. The Downtown Committee.
You still have to say your name.
Oh, that's right. I left that out last time. Danny Stewart with Economic
You're
Development.
telling me that when you say Danny, come up here, and the next voice on there is Danny, that,
I just still like to give him a hard time.
oh, okay.
He knows I'm going to
I see
forget
what this is about.
7
now.
out of 10 times. Right. The Downtown Committee is heading this up, and we have got a permit from UDOT to close down the street, similar to what we do for July Jamboree, between Center Street and 200 North. We have volunteers from the university and throughout the community who will be joining the committee. Saturday, the 23rd, between 8 and 10 a.m. We'll be painting the no parking areas in the curb. We'll be cleaning weeds and storefronts and just making this part of downtown sparkle, along with the other things that we're working on in the community. We've invited the Youth City Council, who was here last week, and we'll be open to
So
those
this
who
will be
want.
from where to where?
Center Street.
Yeah,
Center
Center Street to
200
200 North,
200 North.
So in our historic downtown.
our historic downtown area. If we can make the curbs and the other parts of the downtown look as nice as the light poles are looking that are going up with
My,
the,
those are nice. They sparkle.
they really do. But anyway, we've got great help from Ryan Marshall and Public Works and others to get that put together. So
Do you think you'll need a dumpster?
I could get some like Halloween
one of the
spray
business
together.
owners, Steve Nelson, who is a member of the committee, has offered his dumpsters for that
Okay.
event. So I don't anticipate that we're going to have the types of quantity
Right.
that we
It's
have.
not
in
going to
these
be
other
big.
areas.
Yeah.
Right. So we should
Like
be able
that
to be fine
sagebrush
with
thing.
that. Right.
It's only 2 hours.
Any other
I can make
questions
2
concerning this event?
hours. 4 hours.
Perfect.
This group meets tomorrow evening, and we'll finalize some of the details for that tomorrow evening. And if anything changes, I'll let you know.
Thank you, Danny.
Thanks, Dan.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, are there any other staff comments? If not, we will move on to our public agenda with our public comment portion. If there is anyone here that would like to address the council about an item not on the agenda, now is your opportunity. Okay, then we will move on with our business agenda, or with our public portion first in the consent agenda. Item number 1, approval of minutes dated August 16th and 23rd, 2017. Approval of bills dated September 11th, 2017. Approval local consent to sell alcohol at La Fiesta. Approval local consent to sell alcohol at Apple Mountain Cedar City LLC, doing business as Applebee Cedar City. Approval of a memorandum of understanding with the Iron County School District for use and maintenance of land. Item number 6, approval of a memorandum of understanding with the Iron County School District for the use and maintenance of tennis courts. Item number 7, approved final plat for the Fields PUD. Item number 8, approved granting a public utility easement around the boundaries of the Cedar City Regional Airport. Are there any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Although we should take that Watson one out because he didn't show up.
Oh, no.
No, Watson himself. Tell him I said that, won't you?
We'll move to our action agenda with item number 9, approve an ordinance for no parking from 3 to 4 p.m. on weekdays at North Elementary on the east side of 600 West from the intersection of 200 North for 175 feet to the north, and on the north side of 200 North from 500 West to 600 West.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, we'll do a,
May I just one, is that
Oh.
the correct, is it 500 or is that 600?
526.
5 to 600. That's
Yes.
right.
That's correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
All right, we had the motion and the second. We need to do a roll call vote. We'll start with Councilwoman Hartley.
Aye.
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 Okay. Item number 10, consider an agreement with Hot Root LLC in support of the Utah Cedar Cycling Event.
Motion to approve?
Yeah, last week we had a couple questions. Brian got them all cleared up. We're good to go.
No, that's
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
aye. Yeah.
Fred seconded it. Okay.
Someone did.
Item number 11, approve a bid from Ashdown Brothers Construction for the 800 West Coal Creek Road intersection project.
And that has been extended now. You extended it to the corner, right?
That's correct. To
Okay.
that silver
The new picture showed it going clear to the corner,
on the.
north, southward on the east side.
Oh yes, on that parking. Yes, we've gone clear to the corner on that.
Motion to
Yeah.
approve.
Second.
Does this?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're ahead
I
of.
jumped
You're
one.
one.
Yeah,
item
you're off.
ahead.
Kit.
Yeah.
I was like, what
I was
on
thinking of
earth
the
are you
other one. I
talking
was-
Yeah,
about?
no, he's ahead of
Oh yeah.
himself.
we're going-
You're talking
Does-
about,
Does
I
that
messed up.
include that additional?
The dip.
Yeah, the dip project, or is this? Is that going
That's
to be
what
separate?
we needed to decide.
As far as okay, on number 12, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
on number
Right,
12.
Let's
because
go
you were
back
going
to
to
11.
11.
decide if
Go
there
back
was
to 11.
money to
Okay.
pay for it.
So we'll just fund the changing of the dip just out of the streets department budget for
Okay.
now. When I bring a budget revision to you, we'll probably itemize that as a separate
Okay.
project,
Okay.
but it's within the scope of their current budget to do that right now.
Motion to approve with prejudice.
Oh my gosh. So you want motion to approve all of this with the dip
Yes,
change in it. Okay.
Second,
I like.
unless, yeah.
All right. As long as the sign can stay. The smiley
Yeah,
face dip
that's the
sign.
best sign ever.
All right. So now all in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Okay. Now we're to item number 12. Consider an ordinance to eliminate parking on Cove Drive at the entrance to the LDS temple.
Move to approve.
Second.
You'll have to forgive my friend.
All right. We'll start with Councilman Cousins.
Aye.
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 Okay.
Motion to move into closed session.
Second.
All right. We'll do a roll call vote. We'll start with Councilwoman Hartley.
Aye.
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 All right. Wonderful. Thank you.
15 minutes.
Wow.
Holy mackerel. That was light speed.
These scouts dodged a serious bullet.
Yeah, no kidding.
They
You guys,
they hit the lottery in life.
you guys.
Terry,
These Boy Scouts got real lucky tonight.
they have to come back another time. That ain't fair. They need one of these hour and a half